morning, everybody, and welcome to today's live learning session. My name's Heather Murdoch, and I'm looking forward to answering all your questions today. So, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, if you take a look at your screen, you'll see that there's a comment section there. If you put any questions that you've got in that box, they'll drop through to me on a second screen that I've got. I'll then be able to read them and get you the answers that you're looking for. So I put an hour aside every Wednesday morning between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. GMT to answer any questions that you've got. I do finish the sessions early though, if you've got all your questions answered, and that then enables me to respond to people's queries on tickets or community. So do let me know your questions as soon as you can, and then I'll be happy to answer them for you. Just to kind of give you a recap, if you haven't been to one of these sessions before, perhaps it's been a little while, what we can cover today is anything within your Ezoic dashboard, anything in terms of your data that you would like to look at, and then also the wider publishing space as well, where I'm not able to get the answers to you either because it's not my speciality area or because it's better if we keep your data private for the security of your account. I'll make sure that you've got those next steps so you know where to be able to get help from. Hey, happy kid, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so while we're waiting for the first questions to come in, I just wanted to show you through some different articles that we've got available for you on the Ezoic blog. So if you haven't been on the Ezoic blog for a little while, we've got a wealth of information there that can help you to be able to grow your site. Within the Ezoic blog, you can sign up for the newsletters as well, so I do recommend that you do that. I know how busy you folks are, and by having the newsletters dropping into your inbox, it means you've got that information there. So when you've got a couple of minutes, you can take a look at those, and then when you're working on your site, put the information into practice. Yesterday on the Tuesday live learning session, we went through the 7 quick steps to optimize your site in 7 minutes or less. So if you are looking for quick ways to optimize your site, then that article is definitely worth taking a look at. And the other thing I wanted to draw to your attention today was this article on the March core update from Google. We're starting to see some sites coming through that have been impacted by the broad core algorithm update. It's the first algorithm update for 2023, and it's the first one in over half a year of this kind of level of impact. So obviously for some sites, they are seeing a negative drop off in traffic, and for other sites, they're seeing a positive impact in traffic, because obviously with traffic, there's always some sites that miss out, sadly, and some sites that do gain. So whilst we don't have much information currently on this particular broad core update, what we can talk you through is the advice that Google has given in the past. So first of all, as always with Google, the focus is on content and being able to show that the quality of your content, ask questions about the expertise of your content, and then also comparing it to other articles as well, because obviously as a reader, the reader wants to get the best possible information and the most accurate information to answer their question. And Google's business is to provide that information to those readers. So one of the things that they do is, obviously on a AI level, is compare sites one to the other in terms of keyword, content length, and also things like user experience metrics for the readers on different websites as well. And that all goes together to help impact the search engine rankings. And then also, hey Nahom, welcome to today. So Nahoma said, hello Heather, nice to have you. If you can, could you review my site if placeholders are set properly and effectively? I am concerned that my revenue is low because of the settings and setups. Yeah, of course, no problem. Are you happy for us to do that as part of today's session, Nahome? And then I can show the other callers on the call your ad placeholder set up? So just while we're waiting for Nahome to respond and let us know, I'll just keep going with this article. So the next thing to know about is EAT's experience, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. And it's really important to ensure that your articles do cover each of these sections. It is something that Google is taking a look at. And then also recovery. So sometimes what can happen is that Google does an update and then traffic can drop off. And then in a week or two's time, the search engine results can change again while Google is kind of refining their processes. So I'll pop that into the chat here so you folks can take a look at that later on. So Nahoma said it's okay for us to be able to look at site live on the call. So thank you so much, Nahome. If you could pop your domain name into the comments there, I can then find that site and I'll show it on the screen here for everybody. And what we'll do is we'll use the Ezoic Chrome extension to be able to look at the ad placeholders and then see what's going on with Nahome's site in terms of placeholder review, see if there's any placeholders that are missing, any ad placeholder sizes that are missing, and then for you folks on the call as well, what you may want to do if you've got a your website open, feel free to follow along and then you can ask any questions that you've got or what you're seeing in terms of your ad placeholder setup on the comment section. I'll happily answer those queries for you as well. Okay, so just while we're waiting for Nahome to send the site over to us, just wanted to let you know for anybody who is watching this on playback, and I know a lot of people do, so thank you so much for doing that. If you are a publisher who's also concerned about that ad placeholder setup, if you're level 1 or higher, please do reach out to our live chat and our publisher success team, and they can help you with that. If you're an Access Now publisher, do head over to Ezoic's community. Let us know your concerns by opening up a new thread, and we can then take a look at those concerns for you and get back to you with what we found and the changes that we have made. Okay, so just waiting for Nahome to send over the domain name. So just while we're doing that, I just wanted to run you through another article, which will also help you to understand more about having a good ad placeholder set up on your site. So it's this one here, which talks about why increasing the number of site placeholders can earn you up to 66% more revenue. So we did a lot of research about ad placeholders and monthly earnings. There tends to be a lot of concern around ad placeholders on sites that if you've got, say, 50 ad placeholders on a site, a publisher's concern is that all 50 ads will show. What ad placeholders are is an opportunity for advertisers to show an ad in that particular Channel C has said, is this live? Yes, this is live. Channel C, if you would like to ask any questions, do let us know in the comments box. I'll be happy to answer them for you. We do live sessions every Wednesday between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. GMT, and then also Tuesday at 12 o'clock, 12 to 12:30 GMT as well. I stay on the call for as long as questions have got coming in, and then once you've got all your questions answered, I do finish the call early so I can answer people's queries on community and tickets as well. So if you do have any questions, let me know as soon as you can, and then I can happily answer them for you. So the ad placeholders are possible ad locations, not definite places where ads can show. With the AI, it makes decisions in real time, in split seconds to be able to place ads on your site with the understanding of the optimization settings that you have on your Ezoic dashboard. And it places those ads to be able to improve your user experience metrics, to help you earn more revenue, and also obviously in line with the advertisers' goals as well. So some advertisers may say, well, we only want to show ads to this particular set of readers. We only want to show ads in this particular size or on this particular unit. And that is all balanced by the AI in real time, in sort of really sort of microseconds, so that the readers get the right ads in the right position for the optimization goals that you have, and that you get the right revenue for your site as well. So by having more ad placeholders on your website, it gives the AI more opportunity and more data to then be able to do a better job for you the next day, and it keeps learning and it keeps improving. So by having these increased level of ad placeholders, it can earn you significantly more revenue. Obviously, what's important to remember as well is that the volume of ad placeholders on your site is also in relation to the volume of content on your site. So by having more content on your site, this helps you from the point of view of having more content, and then going back to the Google algorithm update. It then means that the more content you've got, the more Google understands that you're giving a full answer to your readers, and that can help with your SERP rankings as well. So everything works together to be able to get you the right result for your website. So now Homer said, I just sent my domain, but it was deleted. I don't know if it's a YouTube feature. Okay, no worries. I think you've got my email address. Can you just pop me a quick email with your domain name on? I can then pick that up and get your domain name from there, and we can take a look at your ad placeholders that way. So Channel C has said, I added Ezoic to my site and then I noticed a Google traffic decrease. Channel C, you may have just missed, we've just been talking about the Google algorithm update, the broad core update. So depending on when you added Ezoic to your site, it might have been at the same time period as the broad core update that was announced, I think it was March the 15th. And it's been rolling out over the last couple of weeks. So some sites have started to see a Google traffic decrease from that. Obviously, other sites have seen their traffic increase as well. So what I would recommend doing, if you're brand new to Ezoic, if you're part of the onboarding team, do reach out into the community section there. They can take a look at that for you. If you are with a business development setup specialist, do reach out directly to them. They can take a look at that for you and just reassure you in terms of what's happening. Either way, what I would recommend doing, and I'll share this again for you so that you can easily find it. I'll put it in the comment section. Take a look at that article, Channel C. It helps you to understand sort of more about the advice Google has given in the past around broad core updates, and what the suggested steps are that you could follow now to help your traffic. Okay, so bear with me. I'm just going to go and check to see if Nahom's emails come through. What tends to happen is the sound does cut out, so do bear with me. I am still here. I've just gone to another screen, and I'll let you know when I'm back. I'll be right back in just a moment for you. Okay, so I've just checked my emails, and Nahom, I can't see that email has come through with your domain on, what I'll do is, just while we're waiting for that email to come through, is just walk you all through another article about ad units and ad sizes, and that will help you to understand how to get a good ad placeholder set up. If anyone does have any questions in the meantime, feel free to pop them in the comments box and I'll answer them just as soon as I can for you. Okay, so this article, which I'll share with you all in the comments section as well, has a list of the top 5 highest performing ad units. So again, it's worth bookmarking that and taking a look at that later to make sure that you've got these ad units on your site. So the first one is the anchor ad. So that is the ad that goes across the bottom of a website page, whether it's on a desktop, tablet or mobile. It sits across the bottom of your screen. It is one of the highest earning advertisers for websites, so definitely worth making sure that you've got it on your site. For some sites, it can add an additional boost of 70% to a website's EPMV. So really important to make sure that you've got that one on. The next one is the top of the page ad placeholder. So this one is typically a large banner ad and is at the start of your website. So advertisers really aggressively bid to place an ad within that ad placeholder. Now, I know sometimes some people can feel concerned about having an ad at the top of their page in terms of it being a barrier for readers to see their content. So please don't worry, with the top of the page ad placeholder, it doesn't have to be right at the very top of your website page. What you can do is place it, say, under the first paragraph, still label it as top of the page, and that will still have a big impact on your earnings. So the next one is the vignette ads. So this is the full screen ads that appear between page loads and can be skipped by users at any time just by clicking on the X button or the close button. So these ads have been seeing a really big rise in popularity recently from advertisers, and advertisers are targeting this type of ad more. So we would recommend having this ad on your website to be able to earn additional revenue and additional EPMV from it. Nahoma has said, I just emailed you. Thank you so much, Nahoma. I'll just work through the last couple of ad units and then I'll go and get that email. Thank you. That's brilliant. So the next one is under page title. Similarly with this one, with the top of the page ad placeholder, if you don't want to place this ad placeholder under your actual page title, all you need to do is just make sure that the top of the page ad placeholder is the first one on your site and the under page title is the next one underneath it. We recommend perhaps having a paragraph between the two, and that way you still get the benefit of the advertisers bidding and wanting to place an ad in these particular ad spots, but you're able to tailor it more to how you would like your website to look and get that balance between everything that you're looking to achieve. And then the next one is the under first paragraph. And then in terms of the highest earning ad units by size, that's 300 by 250, 728 by 90, 320 by 100, and 3 by 3 vignette. So what we're seeing here is how important it is to have a really good ad placeholder setup and a wide variety of ad placeholder sizes on your website as well. So bear with me again. I'm just going to go and get Nahome's email. So again, the sound will cut out. I haven't gone anywhere. I'll be back in just a moment for you. Okay, so just getting the website set up. And I'm just going to switch on the Chrome extension. So I've got this in my taskbar up here. And then once the Chrome extension is switched on, I can activate different ad placeholder types on the website. So if I click activate ad placeholders, and then what the Chrome extension will do is it will change and switch to the ad placeholder sizes. So what we can see here is Nahome has got a mixture of ad placeholders on their site. So we can see Jen is the automatic ad placeholder service that's recently started. And we can also see that there is a Chrome extension ad placeholder top of the page. Now we just need one top of the page ad placeholder. And what we can see from this is that the top of the page one here is in the middle of the menu, which isn't going to be a good fit. So what we're going to do is click don't show on this page, so it removes it from this particular page. And what we're going to be looking, if we look at other pages within the website, is seeing if that ad placeholder sits on another page better, so that the ad placeholder can still remain within the site, so we're not losing any data, but just that it's removed from this position here, which is a little awkward in terms of how it looks on the actual website page. So we've got an underpage title here that's under the menu, that's fine. And then we've got a couple of stacked up ad placeholders. So again, what's happening, we've got the Chrome extension ad placeholders and the automatically generated ones. These ad placeholders are on the home page, and sometimes on home pages the ad placeholders don't sit as well because of the way the home page is set up compared to other normal content pages. This isn't a problem though. All we do is we just click on the downward arrow, click on don't show on this page, and then click OK. It removes it from this website page. Now, because of caching, it can take up to 24 hours for these placeholders to be removed from the actual page itself. So that's why sometimes it's really good to do the work one day, then come back a second day, 24 hours later, and just recheck your work just to make sure there isn't any ad placeholders missing or gaps in terms of the ad placeholder setup. Okay, so what we're going to do, because this is the home page, what I'm now going to do is just click on a sort of content page and take a look at how those pages look in comparison. So I'll just click on the first one at the top. What we would normally do is we would go to your big data analytics, bring up the last 30 days worth of data, and then look at the top sort of 3 to 5 pages within there. Obviously, the pages that are getting you the most traffic are the pages that are more than likely bringing you the most revenue. So it's really important that we get a really good setup on these. Obviously, to protect Nahome's data, I'm not going to bring up the big data analytics, and also to make this a bit quicker so that you get an overview of things, I've just gone to that first page there. Just so that you can take a look at that. So what we can see when we're looking at this particular page, it's a category page. So again, the ad placeholders aren't quite sitting right in terms of how we would normally expect them to be on a content page. So what I'll do is we'll click on a content page to be able to see what the setup is like there. Okay, so again, we've got this top of the page ad placeholder, which is sitting within the menu. So what I'll do, Nahome, is I'll take a detailed look at your site after today to see if there's a way that we can preserve this ad placeholder without removing the data by deleting the ad placeholder. If we can't, if there's nowhere else for us to put this ad placeholder on so that we can preserve the data, what we will need to do is delete it so that it's not sitting within the menu. I'll just show you folks this so that you've got it for future reference. All you do is you click on the downward arrow and then click on the delete button. We only do that as a very last resort when ad placeholders are in positions like within the menu, and that's to preserve the data within the ad placeholder. Okay, so now we're on a content page, so we're starting to see that the ad placeholders are sitting better on the page. So we've got the under first paragraph one here. We're then going to WordPress plugin ad placeholders. So at the moment, we've got 3 different ad placeholder types on the website. We've got the generated ad placeholders, the WordPress plugin ad placeholders, and the Chrome extension ones. And the way that the ad placeholders are set up is absolutely fine in terms of how they're running down the page. But what we are getting is ad placeholders that are out of alignment. And it's important where possible to have those ad placeholders in alignment on your website page. Excuse me. If the ad placeholders have been there for a good number of years, then we don't recommend changing the ad placeholder names so that they are in alignment. And the reason for that is the AI is collecting data every single day and is learning about these ad placeholder positions and where it puts ads and how readers react to them. So if we change these ad placeholder names for a site that has been with Ezoic for years, what's happening is we're essentially wiping all that data out, and the system has to relearn those ad placeholder types and ad placeholder names. Now, I know from the home site, we've worked together a little while ago, that the site hasn't been on Ezoic for too long. So I will change this under page title to an under first paragraph so that it is more in alignment, and this shouldn't impact the home's data too much because of the shorter history of Nahome's site. What we will do though, Nahome, is we will monitor your website over the next 7 days just to see what impact our changes have had, and we can monitor that and then update any changes from there. So all you do to change the name of the ad placeholder is click on the downward arrow, click on edit, and then click on where on the page is this placeholder located, and we want to then select under first paragraph and then click save placeholder. So once that's saved, it's just saving at the moment, and then we just close that button down. So then we can see we've got an under second paragraph, which is great, then an in content 1 ad placeholder, in content 2, in content 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is looking really good in a home. So it's just those couple of ad placeholders at the top that we just need to tidy up for you. Everything else looks good in terms of the volume of ad placeholders on your site, and also the flow of them as well. So what I'm going to do now is just scroll to the bottom, because what I'm looking for is to check we've got the bottom of the page ad placeholders as well. Again, normally, obviously, we would check every single ad placeholder on a site, but this is just to make sure that you folks have all the information that you need to check your site. So what we've been doing is we've been checking that you've definitely got a top of the page, under page title, under first paragraph, and under second paragraph, that they're all in good positions, and then that the in content ad placeholders 1 down to the maximum of 50 are on your site and in the right order. Then the next priority after that is checking the bottom of the page ad placeholder. Again, advertisers will target the bottom of the page ad placeholder specifically. So this is why it's really important to ensure that you have that on your website. We can see that you've got that, which is great. We do have ad placeholders in an awkward position inside the comments section here. So what we'll do is we'll click don't show on this page to get rid of that. When ad placeholders are positioned in the comment section like this, what can happen sometimes is they can accidentally be clicked on, which isn't good in terms of your standing with Google. So we do need to make sure that that ad placeholder is removed. I'm not seeing a native ad placeholder placeholder on your site, Nahome. I'm guessing because of the niche that your site is in, because of education, you've made a decision not to have that on your website. But that is another ad placeholder type that we would check to make sure it's on there. For the native ad placeholders, it's best to have them at either in the sidebar or at the bottom of your website page. So I would perhaps put the native ad placeholder, if we were going to add it, in between the related posts and leave a comment. The reason for this is the native ad placeholder is it's designed to be enticing so that a reader clicks on it and leaves your website page through that click to then get to another website page. This way you're monetizing effectively the last click of your website, whereas if somebody kind of went to the close button up at the top here and clicked that down, there's no monetization there for you. You're not earning anything. But through a native ad placeholder, by a reader clicking on that, you are earning revenue, which obviously goes towards your business goals. But obviously what you don't want to do is have the readers click on the native ad placeholder and leave before they've either got an answer to their question or they've fully read your site and connected with your site, because obviously you want those readers to come back again when they're next looking for an answer to a similar question. And also what you want to do is keep that reader on your site for as long as possible. Advertisers really like to see readers that are really engaged with websites. And the reason for that is that readers that are engaged with websites tend to also be really engaged with adverts as well, which obviously that's what the advertisements want. So it's good all round. And obviously Google, as we discussed before, wants readers to be really engaged with your website. That's going to help with your search engine rankings. And so really important to have those high engagement times. So being smart about where you put the native ad placeholders, I could say bottom of the page or in the sidebar, can really help you with that. So Nahome, in short, your ad placeholders look really good on the whole. There is a couple of the ad placeholders that we've changed, and one that I'm going to look at, the top of page ad placeholder, in more detail for you, so that we can try and preserve that data whilst also removing it from the top of page menu that you have there. I'm not seeing anything within your website from an ad placeholder point of view that could be impacting your revenue. So I can see that you're a level publisher now, so congratulations on that. What I would recommend doing is reaching out to our publisher success team, ask them to take a look at your data for you and see if there's anything else in your setup that they can see that could be impacting your revenue or your EPMV, and they'll then be able to make suggestions for you as to what the next steps are to do. I've got your email, so I'll finish off taking a look at your full ad placeholder setup. I'll look at your top pages as we discussed. And I'll also look at that top of page ad placeholder, and I'll confirm with you later today once I've done that. So thank you so much, Nahome, for allowing us to look at your site. Really appreciate that. We don't have any more questions that have come in, folks. So what I'll do is I'll give it another couple of minutes longer just to see if any more questions do come in, and then I will finish for today. For the live learning sessions, I run them every Tuesday at 12 o'clock GMT for 30 minutes, and then every Wednesday at 9 a.m. GMT. Again, I put an hour aside on Wednesdays to answer all the questions that you do have, but I do finish them early, both sessions, if you've got all your questions answered, and that enables me to then work on tickets and get back to you folks in community. Channel C has said GMT or BST. Oh yes, because we're in British summertime now, Channel C, aren't we? Yes, so thank you for that. So yes, we're in British summertime now, so apologies. Yes, it's British summertime, not GMT. So 12 o'clock British summertime on Tuesdays, and Wednesdays 9 a.m. British summertime on Wednesdays. So thank you so much, Chelsea, for bringing that to my attention. Okay, so I'll just give it another moment to see if any questions do come in, and then I'll close it for today. Nahoma said, "Okay, I will wait to hear from you. Thanks. No problem at all, Nahoma. You're so welcome." Okay, so we don't have any more questions that have come in today. I'd like to thank you all so much for spending some time with me. It's one of my favourite parts of the week, being able to spend time with you folks and be able to answer your questions live. I look forward to catching up with you next week. I hope you have a great week. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.